Hey guys, it's me, Jessie Galaxy. So I was originally going to post this last month, but I was having a depressive episode. And the depressive episode makes me really unmotivated and feel like I lost it all. I just want to die, and feel like I'm an empty shell of a woman. I'm gonna try to bring a little lightness to this sad topic. I guess I don't know how this is gonna go, because this video is gonna be all over the place because I'm shooting this straight from the YouTube app. If any of you guys are annoyed by the fact that this video isn't going to be edited, you can just go, because I'm not going to hear that nonsense. Oh, shush, just go. Okay, we're not here to talk about my lack of editing skills. We're here to talk about something very serious. As you see by the freaking title, it's called It's Okay to Not Be Okay. And the day that I'm shooting this, I just found out that Kate Spade has passed away. She was only 55. If you don't know who Kate Spade is, she is a fashion designer. She sells bags, jewelry, blase. I don't know too much about her company, but I still care when people die, especially in certain circumstances like this, when she committed suicide. Not to attempt, but she committed suicide. So I was just like, you know what? Let me go ahead and talk about mental illness, because I have one myself. I have two disorders. By the way, I have three, actually. Never mind. I have three disorders. Great. And all the combination of those disorders is not fun. Anywho. So, let me tell you what I have. I have type 2 bipolar disorder, and I have an anxiety disorder, and I also have sleep insomnia. I'm not sure if sleep insomnia is a mental health disorder. I just know it plays a role with my anxiety and bipolar. Excuse me. But yeah, you heard right, I have type 2. Because there's different types of bipolar. Depending on what you have, I'm pretty sure that I did like brief research. Type 1 is whenever you have more intense mania episodes than you do depressive episodes. Type 2 is when you have more intense depressive episodes than you do manic episodes. I am type 2. So I have mania. I have hypomania, which is less intense than regular mania. I'm not going to get into full detail of what those are. Google it, because Google is free. And I have like really intense depressive episodes. And my depressive episodes is so bad, you guys. Like, I'm not sure if you're able to tell, but the last few videos where I did the unboxing and stuff, I was very sad. And it was very hard for me to actually get up and do that video, even get up out of bed. And as of recently, it's actually gotten like a lot worse. Because when I have a depressive episode, I don't eat, I sleep too much, I don't get out of bed for a few days. Sometimes I don't even shower for a few days. I don't even do my hygiene like I'm supposed to. Like, I don't even brush my teeth or wash my face. So you're supposed to do that every day. I don't do that sometimes. I don't do it for the whole week. And I will wear the same clothes for a full week straight. I changed the underwear, but anyway. Still. So, there's that. I have anxiety disorder, which I've dealt with since I was 11. I started showing symptoms of anxiety when I was 11. I started showing symptoms of bipolar when I was 14. I have low self-esteem since I was 11 because I was starting to gain weight. And when I was 11 years old, I did not have the thigh gap. Like, I had thick legs, which is inevitable because it's in my genes. Like, even if I started to eat really healthy all the freaking time, I would not be slim. It's never going to happen because of my genes. There's thickness on my mom's and my dad's side. So all of my cousins, all of my aunts, whatever, they're curvy women. Yeah. So I didn't pay too much attention to my anxiety. I knew there was something up, but I was just like, maybe it's because I started middle school. Because it was around the time I started middle school. But I started being all nervous all the freaking time. like the usual symptoms, and start freaking out and start thinking irrationally, think something bad is going to happen when nothing bad was going to happen. That's what was going on. And my bipolar, I started to notice my bipolar started to come out when I was 14, because when I was 14, that's when I started my period. When I turned 14, that's when they started my period, and I hit the freaking tripod. I'm sorry. And, you know, I did notice I was like I felt a lot more angry than usual. But I knew something was really wrong when I was 16. Because when I was 16, I had to deal with bullies. That's when I had bullies most of the time. The bullying didn't last long because it looked like I was on both on the outside and the inside. You could just imagine, you know, put two and two together. You have access to writing utensils. You have access to your keys. People piss you off. Those items can become weapons. Wanted to use those, but no, not about to get in trouble. So I was just like, that's not a right way of thinking. Why do you think this way? So I tried to tell my mother, hey, there's something wrong, because it's one thing when you want to hit people because they're pissing you off, but it's another thing when you want to aggravatedly assault somebody. I was just like, that ain't right. And the fact that I was self-aware, at 16 years old, you guys, I was self-aware. I was fully aware that something was wrong. I was only 16. I tried to tell my mother. She blew me off. I talked about that in my story time. So I didn't get the proper help till I was 19. But when I was 19, they just told me I had depression. Which, you know, makes sense. My mom has depression. So it's inevitable for me to get it because you have your kids, if you have a mental illness and you decide to have kids, your kid is very likely, it's a very high chance that your kid will have the same mental illness as you. So, yeah, I was 19 and finally, the craziest thing though, she told me that I was depressed. I had depression, but with a little bit bipolar, which doesn't make sense. I'm like, either you have bipolar or you don't, but okay. But I didn't get re-diagnosed till this past September 17th, 2017. That was around the time that I was taking a huge break on YouTube. That was because I attempted suicide during that time period and went to the hospital, stayed for 2 weeks. That's when they told me I have bipolar type 2 and anxiety. I was like, I knew it. I already knew. I just needed confirmation because I did a little research myself on the illness. So I don't know what else to say. There's really nothing else for me to say. I went through that fast. But yeah, I've had low self-esteem. I don't know. I was anxious all the freaking time. I wanted to fight people. But it would have been a lot more intense if I didn't have distractions while in high school. Because I've had some elective courses. I did choir. I did choir for 7 years. I did dance for 2. I was in student council and I did life brigade for the past 2 years of high school. What else? I took some computer classes, which were just extra credits for me because I only needed to take 1 year of a computer class, and I took 3, so those were extra credits, whatnot. And choir was extra credit as well. Anyway, I graduated with 30 credits when you only needed 27. I had more credits, but I had to make sure that all my core classes, I had to pass all my core classes in order to graduate. Anyway, so I had the freaking resources at school too, because there were guidance counselors and stuff. I could have gone to them, but I was just like, you know, with me and my anxiety's just like, what if they judge you? What if they won't care and laugh at you? Which wasn't the case. That's what the guidance counselor was for. And I wish I would have used those resources when I was in high school because it was free. I I should have used those resources. I'm like, okay, my mother won't help me because she's so tied up with this dude that I'm having a problem with. He was a freaking bully too, which was was some bullshit because I had to deal with bullies at school and I had to deal with a bully at home. I'm just like, oh great, nobody's defending me. So I don't know why I'm. Actually, yes, I do. I'm hypomanic right now, so my emotions like, But yeah, so I guess that's it. I don't know, and a lot of things have played a factor to why I am the way that I am as far as my emotions are concerned, because it could play a role with that too. If you guys don't know, my dad walked out of my life when I was 7. He shouldn't even be considered my dad. He can kiss my ass, man. Until he freaking apologized and realized the fact that he was wrong. He should have just swallowed his freaking pride and showed some humility and admitted the fact that he was wrong with the argument that they had with, my parents had over some damn shoes with the kids and stuff. I'm just like, you just didn't want to admit that she was right. Let it go. So the ego, it was ego. It was all about ego, which is the craziest thing because they're both stubborn as hell. But I'm not stubborn. I'm a little stubborn. But I can admit when I done fucked up and I can admit when I'm wrong and I apologize. Why couldn't they do that? So to this day, my mother still has not apologized to me, even though I expressed it to her how hurt I felt by the fact that she chose a nigga over me and my damn feelings when I needed her the most. Anyway, we're not talking about that bullcrap, but yeah, that my dad walking out of my life plays a factor. My mom not being there for me emotionally, because she was a great mom. She made sure I was fed. She made sure I had clothes on my back, and she made sure the roof was over my head. But she didn't give me any emotional support, which is fine. I can't even be mad at her. It's not fine, but I can't even be angry at her because that's how she was raised too. Her parents didn't show her any emotional support, so I'm not really that freaking surprised. It hurt a lot. We talked about it. We're trying to get past it now. I really wish she would just freaking apologize to me and understand that what she did was fucked up. That would be nice. As far as apology from my father, who the hell why do I keep calling him my father? He don't deserve that freaking name. He's a freaking revolving door. Anyway, there was that. With the bullying thing, being emotionally and mentally abused by my mom's bitch ass boyfriend for almost 10 years, or I almost killed him because I would have went to jail and I have a freaking scar for it. I talked about that before because he wanted to freaking test me over and over again because of the way that I looked. I looked like I couldn't hurt a fly when I was in high school. But man, I was listen, I want to say I was crazy. I accept the term crazy. I'm reclaiming that word crazy. All right? But it was his fault. Like, I get mad at myself for the fact that I let him push me to that point, but at the same time, he was stupid enough to keep trying me after I told him a million times, do not fuck with me. What does he do? He fucks with me. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a really good idea to fuck with somebody that clearly told you not to fuck with me, even though just because I look a certain way, I will kill you. So, I almost killed him, but I didn't. I missed that night because God was with me that night. Saving me and gave me a lesson. Like, you cannot let these people get to you. No matter how angry you get, you need to get up and walk away. So that's what I do now. That's how I take control of my aggression. When I feel very aggressive, I'm just like, I'm gonna just go ahead and leave. Do some breathing techniques. I ain't trying to fight nobody. I ain't trying to go to jail because your ass is stupid. I ain't gonna do that. And you think it's all fun and games to fuck with me and fuck with my feelings. I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna go to jail for your stupidity. So I get up and walk away. But yeah, there was that bullcrap. What other bullcrap? Of course, like I said, the bullies at school, but they didn't last long because I didn't react the way that they wanted me to. What else? Oh, I was sexually assaulted when I was 5 years old. I can't remember who did it. I just know it was a family member or a family friend. That could play a factor in it too. I can't remember every single thing that happened because it was so traumatic that, your brain tend to suppress a lot of stuff. When you go through a lot of traumatic stuff when you're a kid or some traumatic event that's so intense that your brain suppresses it, that's what happened to me. I cannot remember everything. I just know being at my aunt's house. I remember going to my aunt's house. It was some kind of get together, so I knew it was a family friend or a family member that did that to me. I don't remember going in the bathroom. I don't remember leaving the bathroom. I just know that I was in the bathroom. The lights were off. I was on the floor with no clothes on, and they had no clothes on, and they were on top of me. So whoever did that to me is sick and twisted, is fucked up, because I was only 5 years old. 5. You're going to take advantage of my trust because I know you very well, because you're a family member or a family friend. That's fucked up. I was 5. And what's crazy is that I didn't understand that it was, I didn't understand that it was a bad thing, because it was never talked about by my mother, because my mother never sat down and talked to me and said, hey, let me know if anybody touches you inappropriately, do something to you inappropriate. You let me know. That's never been talked about. We never talked about stuff like that. She never went, intense, very explicit, and didn't give me any full details. Nothing, just nothing. Okay? And I didn't start having memories about it again until a few years ago. It was really freaking sucks now is that I keep having memories about it. I keep having freaking flashbacks. It's causing me to want to cry about it and be an emotional wreck, because somebody thought it would be a good idea to take advantage of a 5-year-old kid. So, which is like, that breaks my freaking heart, the fact that something like that freaking happened to me. Like, I was only 5. Just 5. And the fact that somebody that I fully trusted did that to me, and I just, people who do that are sick and twisted in their head. They're disgusting, the perverted little shits, okay? But even though I'm angry about it, I'm always going to be angry about it, because it's so disgusting. It is so freaking disgusting. And I told myself I wasn't going to cry on camera. Here I go, crying on camera. But it's so freaking disgusting. But I just had to do it in my heart. I just had to give it, in my heart, I had to forgive that person. Because even what they did was twisted and fucked up. I had to forgive them for the sake of myself, to let some of the hurt go. I'm still hurting. I'm having flashbacks about it right now. And God damn it, freaking crying. I didn't want to cry on camera, but I had it in my heart. Anyway, I had to forgive that person who did that to me for the sake of myself. And I had to forgive my father for the sake of myself. I'm still angry about it. I'm always going to be angry about it. I don't think I'm always going to be angry about it, but I'm still going to be upset for a while, and I'm still going to be very disappointed in his actions over something so stupid. But I have it in my heart to forgive him. I will forgive him for the sake of myself, but I will never forget what happened to me when I being sexually assaulted, and I'll never happen to my dad walking out of my life, and I will never forget what happened to me when my mom wasn't there for me emotionally when I needed her the most. But I had to bring myself to forgive those people. I had to, because if I didn't, it would just make me so tired and emotionally exhausted. So just know, any of you out there who are victims of sexual assault, harassment, rape, just know it is not your fault. It's never your fault, because you never asked for it. It is not your fault. The person that did that, the person that has done that to you, whatever it is messed up in the head. Okay? It is not your fault. It's never going to be your fault, because you didn't ask for it. You didn't want it to happen. You were just at the wrong place at the wrong time, which happens a lot, unfortunately. Because we never know if we're at the right place at the right time or the wrong place at the wrong time, because life happens. Just know that it's not your fault. It is not. It really isn't. And don't let anybody think that it's your fault, because you're not. And you're not a victim, you're a freaking survivor. You hear me? You are a goddamn survivor. Anywho. So that's pretty much it, I guess. I think I said all I need to say. My advice, if you're having a hard time dealing with these types of emotions, try to find some coping skills. What I do sometimes is meditate. I write sometimes. I paint. I'm not painting as much as I used to. I should. Apparently I have a good talent at that. I like to listen to music. I like watching TV. I like being on social media sometimes. Don't be on social media too much because that can burn you out. Try to have a limited time. Go outside and smell the roses, as they say. Go outside, get you some vitamin D, because the vitamin D from the sun rays can make you feel better too. Ooh, excuse me. Not all the way. It'll lift your spirits up just a little bit. I guess that's it. I'm sorry for talking so quickly in some of the parts of this video. I sincerely apologize. I will leave some hotlines. I will leave some phone numbers down in the description box and a website to help you find some resources in your area. And just know that you're not alone, because you're not. You are not alone. And now I want to, real quick, I want to talk about my community, the Black community. We have to do better as far as mental illness is concerned. We've gotten better, but it's just crazy by the fact that the parents, Black parents, don't take their kids' feelings seriously. You got to take your kids' feelings seriously, because they're just as valid. Even though they're just a kid, their feelings are still valid at the end of the day. And you should be a parent, but you should also be a friend. You should be a parent and a friend, but don't be a friend all the time. They think they can run over you and stuff. Be a friend as far as emotional support is concerned. Like, be open to talk to them whenever they feel some type of way. Just have full-blown conversations with your kid. Don't blow them off because they're kids, because their feelings are just as valid as an adult's feelings are. There's different levels of those feelings, but they're still just as valid. And if your kid is showing signs of any type of symptoms, or they're being weird, please pay attention to your kids full on. If they are acting different and it's weird, like I said, talk to them. See if they can, if there's something up, like they might have a mental illness or something of that sort. Get them help. Don't blow it off. Don't blow it off. Don't sit there and say it's the devil and pray. We can just pray it away. You cannot pray that away. All you can do is be there for your kid and get them the help that they need and help cope with those feelings, because the feelings don't immediately go away, and it does take a while for the feelings to go away, and they don't completely go away. But you would help them with the resources that they need, then they will have an easier time coping and have really good coping skills and able to deal with a lot of stuff a lot better. Anyway, that's it. And back to everybody now. If you ever want to talk, I have my Instagram is public, my Twitter is public, my DMs are open. We can always talk. We can support each other. So, that's pretty much it. I love you guys so much. I really do. I sincerely do. I'm not just saying that just to say it, make you feel good. Even though I'm hoping it makes you feel good. But I really do love every single one of you guys. I do. Every viewer, every subscriber. I love every single one of you. Alright? Don't you ever forget it. Okay? Okay. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Do good because it feels good and it's the right thing to do. I will see you guys next time. Bye.